Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today, we're talking about one critical ingredient for success that fewer and fewer people are doing. Are you ready? Let's get started. Yep, so I think there's a critical factor that's in success that's in short supply. Yeah, short supply. Well, it's not in short supply because of the banks or the Congress or the president. It's none of their faults. The fact that this ingredient is in short supply is completely in your control. How about that? Maybe that's a little scary, but I believe there's something missing in most of our success. It's in short supply in the world, but it doesn't have to be in your world. Now, before I give you that missing ingredient, let me give you some examples of the lack of this ingredient. Number one, earlier this week, I'm sitting in a seminar. I'm not teaching, I'm in the room, right? And while I'm in the room with these smart people watching a pretty good presentation, I see throughout the course of only 40 minutes, people over and over on their phones. Doing stuff, looking at their phones, doing stuff on their phones while they're in a session that they paid to attend. It's crazy. And we've all heard about the challenges with texting and driving, that we shouldn't do it. In fact, a lot of the research now says that we're actually safer behind the wheel to be drunk and driving than texting and driving. No, I'm not suggesting to have 3 or 4 belts of scotch and go for a ride. I'm not saying that. But I'm also saying that we've got a problem, a lot of people texting and driving. Another example is what is now, it even has a name, it's called two-screening. So while you're watching TV, you're also on your phone. While you're watching TV, you're also on your tablet or whatever. It's like a thing. It's got a name, so it must be a thing. And the fourth example for you is one that I hope that you're not doing, but I'll bet you have, and I'm sure you know someone that has, and that is while they're on a conference call, they're doing their email. So what's the missing ingredient in our success? The missing ingredient is concentration. You see, success requires concentration. And it's in short supply because few people are doing it. And here's the thing, what success requires is a singular focus. It requires us to say, this is what I'm going to work on, and this is what I'm going to do, and then I'll make more progress towards it. After I decided to record this video, in fact, after I wrote the outline and the script for it, I read a quote about Sir Isaac Newton, who was asked how he developed, or how he discovered gravity. And he said, I didn't stop thinking about it. Concentration. So a couple of quick examples from my life. I have written a number of books, but I haven't written as many books as I could have, or maybe even should have. Why? Lack of concentration. Trying to decide which one to write and whatever. But I can tell you, once that decision has been made, in the most recent cases, when that decision gets made, and once I have a singular focus on it, guess what? Book gets done. There's a lesson there. And for any of us to try to improve on any skill, we'll take sports. If you want to get better at shooting free throws, what do you got to do? Shoot a lot of free throws. You got to focus on shooting free throws. You want to get better playing chess? Play a lot of chess, but focus on it. Concentrate on it. Did you know that when the word priority came into being, it always meant one thing? There was no such thing as priorities. It was just priority. In fact, priority comes from the medieval, the medieval Latin term, which meant fact or condition of being prior, in front of, at the top of the list. Do you get the point here? Here's where I want to leave you. I want to leave you with this fact that if you want greater success, you have to do what others aren't doing. And the missing ingredient for you might very well be concentration. Here's today's tweet. Success requires concentration. So what are you concentrating on? So if you want your team to succeed, they need to concentrate. If you want your team to succeed, they need to have an example of someone concentrating, having a strong set of priority, and that starts with us. So this message has not just been about yourself, it's been about your team. And so I hope that you'll choose to join me for an upcoming 2-day learning experience called the Remarkable Leadership Workshop. In this 2-day workshop, we get the chance to concentrate, to take ourselves away from the daily work and to focus on how we can be more effective in our role as a leader and in supporting others. And in this 2-day workshop where you will be joined by others of like mind who also want to improve, I promise you that I will be leading you, and in that effort, we will have an enjoyable, engaging, fun, practical learning experience where you will leave with the chance to get from it what you came for. You can learn more about the workshop and working with us from the other links on this page and in this video, and I hope you'll do exactly that. But before you go, and before you start concentrating more clearly, I hope that you'll take a look at this page, and if there's any comments that you have for me, you want to agree or disagree, got any thoughts of things you'd like us to talk about in the future, share them on this page, because we're watching and we're using your comments to help us create the next episode of Remarkable TV.